I'm Marcy Hahn.
Hi, I'm Sydney Peters.
Welfare is a social contract between people in need and those providing for them. If those providing for them are required to pass a drug test, it is only fair that the ones receiving the benefits are held to the same standards. The welfare system should require drug testing for recipients in order for recipients to receive benefits. Welfare was designed as a social safety net, but was designed to be temporary and not meant to be a one-way street. As told by Robert Rector, senior researcher at the Domestic Policy and at Heritage Foundation, taxpayers should provide support in those to need. Recipients, in return, should engage in responsible and constructive behavior as a condition of receiving aid. If a taxpayer is required to give part of their earnings to people who are in need, it would be reasonable to expect that people receiving welfare assistance should be held to a certain standard in order to ensure the temporary nature of the assistance and to lead to their quick reentry into the workforce. Instead of us just supplying money for people who are unable to work and continuing to give them a reason to not work, this was designed to help them for the short period of time they're unable to find a job and for the short period that they are looking for a new job. Drug tests would ensure that the level of responsible behavior is upheld by those receiving the assistance. Drug testing is shown to prove that it will keep people from using substance drugs and help with their mental stability. The people who are providing for the ones in need of benefits are often required to pass drug tests to those, and in result, those receiving should have to pass them as well. People who are working, going to college, joining the military, or trying out to be on a professional sports team are likely to have to pass a drug test to ensure they are following the law. So welfare recipients should be held to the same standards. If someone wants to serve our country or get a job to provide for their family and they have to pass a drug test, and the ones who are unable or not able to contain a job at that time do not have to pass a drug test, and the ones working for their families do, they're not held to the same standards. Recipients who are using the benefits for drugs are unlikely to provide for their family. Parents with substance problems bring challenges to families and may result in family not getting the proper needs. If children are not provided for the family, it is likely that they will be taken away from their families and have to be put into a foster care system, and this results in more payments coming from our taxpayers' dollars. According to Dr. Pollack of the Substance Abuse Policy Research Program, psychiatric disorders are more prevalent amongst the welfare recipients than drug use, though he also reports that 20% of welfare recipients admit to recent use of illicit drugs. Each person who is applying for welfare should be required to pass a drug test before they can receive their benefits. The funding for drug tests is a minimal fee with welfare, which will be paid for if they pass their drug test. If the recipient fails to pass their drug test, they are required to pay for that test and continue paying for each test that they take until they pass in order to receive their benefits. Each recipient will be required to take and pass a drug test before they receive their welfare. Requiring drug tests will lessen the amount of people abusing the system. People who are required to pass a drug test are likely to quit their substance problems. People who stop using drugs, it's proven that their mental stability will also increase. Taxpayers for welfare will feel more comfortable funding the welfare if they know that their payment is going to the right cause. If the ones paying for the ones in need have to pass a drug test, It should be required for the ones receiving the benefits to pass one as well, which requires them to be held to the same standards. The welfare system should require drug testing in recipients to receive, in order for the recipients to receive benefits. Welfare was designed as a social contract, to be temporary and not just a one-way street. The people who are providing for the ones in need have to pass a drug test, so it is only fair that the ones receiving these benefits have to pass one as well. And recipients who are receiving benefits and have to pass a drug test are likely to stop their substance problems if they have to pass a drug test.